Yo, what's up, Fire? What's up, Gregory? Are you doing your stream right now? Cool. Honestly, I just hit up the normal people. We're starting in just a minute here. One more place to drop everything off. Alright. Let's get started. Hello, everybody. Taking time away from my busy call making schedule, the call making schedule. This time I'm going to be playing My Rise. I'll be doing this for 2 hours. 2 hours, but if it's short, but if this ends up being shorter because the game locks up or crashes or something, I will not be. That'll be pretty much the end of the stream. That'll pretty much be the end of the stream. So if that happens, I'll catch y'all the next time I stream, which will be tomorrow. A potential North American Championship match. So if that happens, I'll catch y'all, tomorrow for the My GM, because I'll be doing the My GM after Beetle streams. If Beetle streams, I think Beetle's streaming tomorrow. Haven't talked to them for a bit, but. But yes, this is my male My Rise character, and like I said, I'll be doing this for for 2 hours, and then going back to doing what I was, go back. I'll be uploading some logos to make my next call, which will be America Phoenix. Yeah, what's up, Samurai? My character right now I am doing is it has the MMA background, for those that don't know. He has the MMA background, so.
Cameron Grimes has been leaving 1-star reviews on my podcast ever since I criticized one of his matches. I even caught Cameron in the act when he was in catering, using the very stealthy username Grimes Rules. Can you knock some sense into him?
Sure. Yeah, like I said, if this doesn't crash, I will be doing this for the next like hour, 2 hours. Well, yeah, I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm gonna openly say it. I got this idea of doing it from you and everyone else that has done a My Rise, that has done anything My Rise. I would have been streaming my female My Rise character, but I had a lot of crashes when I was doing it, so and I don't really like to redo streams. I find it really tedious. So I never did my My Rise character. Well, this is your first look at this MMA guy. I actually made this character around the same time that I made my female character. I just did the female side first because my brother Monk was doing the male side first. I would like to introduce you to the guy this guy that obviously looks like a freaking gay stripper coming down the aisle here. Yes, I make these My Rise characters as stupid looking as humanly possible, or make these characters as bare bones as humanly possible. Mainly because I don't care. I cared in 20 because you could take the character out of my career. So if you could ignore the story and just work on your character, you could actually probably make a character that is that was to your liking and that would fit your call lead and your call show or your Ai Fed or whatever. But since with My Rise you can't really do that. I'm not calling anybody out for putting effort into it. If you're putting your effort into it, more power to you. But I'm just saying I don't. I'm just saying I don't put any effort into it because you cannot. Because for me, I cannot take the character out. You cannot take the character out of the My Rise and put it into your normal cost slots. So since I can't do that, I pretty much have the attitude of why should I be spending hours making this character?
So you could say Cameron Grimes is similar to the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, but
I perfectly understand, Fire Ray. I perfectly understand, but at the same time, this mode actually will give you certain items. Certain items. Like they'll give you hats and stuff for your character. And yes, they are to be used outside of this mode.
Savant somehow made money buying coins for dogs.
That's
yeah.
Not exactly how that works.
Yeah, the logo limit is there. I've never actually done anything when it comes to logos for this mode. I've never put a single logo on any of these costs. So pretty much I went back to how I used to do things back in the old SVR days before we could upload logos. And pretty much just not do any logos at all and just do anything in game.
A second-generation superstar who learned the ropes among some of the Carolina's finest teachers.
Living and breathing sports entertainment has really shaped Grimes into the athlete he is today.
But the difference is back then there was a lot of the difference is back then you could make a call and do it within half an hour. Everything involved within half an hour and have more time to play. If you knew what you were doing. Nowadays you can't really do that. Now, especially with this game, I've spent days on one call, and that's just moves, and that's a couple days on move sets, because it's I'm either working and I get off work and only have a few hours, or it does take a full day to do a complete call and stuff like that. So I certainly will be trying to do more of these streams as time goes on, because I want to still stream and do things while I'm hard at work trying to get things going. Oh yeah, by the way, this is on easy difficulty. For anybody wondering why I'm kicking his ass, this is on easy difficulty. I am not gonna sit here and play hard difficulty. I'm not gonna sit here and play hard difficulty or normal difficulty. I'm gonna sit here and just beat. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of people.
Palm strikes. Both wrists captured.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people do that too. A lot of people are doing that too. Instead of doing a complete moveset, they're doing. Instead of doing a complete moveset, they're just doing the copy feature, which is good. I like the copy feature, but I'm not wired like that. Whenever that stuff happens, whenever something like that happens or something like or an option like that comes up, I feel like I'm cheating myself, and I don't want to do it, and I never do. That's just how I'm wired. I want to complete everything because I know if I don't, I'm going to drive myself insane. I'm going to drive myself insane just saying, you know it's not done, you know it's not done, you know it's not done, you know the call's not done, and I'm just going to go back to it anyway. So I'm like, what the hell? I might as well just finish them as is before moving on to the next call.
You're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking.
And with this game, of how long the calls take, I would not be surprised if half the year is over I would not be surprised if most of 2022 is over by the time I finally get the call, before I finally get an entire roster. Before I finish all my calls. Would not be surprised with how long it's taking to get everybody done. Which is fine because this is the last of the 2K games that I'm gonna buy for this is the last of the 2K games that I'm gonna buy because I honestly want to speak with my wallet instead of ranting and raving. And that's sadly what a lot of people do. Which I get it. I was a part of that at some point too. So I get it, but honestly, as I get older, the more you start to realize, the more that stuff is just gonna hurt the process, and is gonna hurt what we're doing more than it is try to help. Yeah. I know a lot of people that did a recording. I actually for those movesets that I wanted to try to keep exactly the same, I did everything I painstakingly took a picture of every single thing in their moveset pool. Yo, what's up, Blaze? Blaze Radio in the house. As I do my My Rise male character for no reason.
If I ran into you, I'd ask.
Other than just to do it.
You and Kushida and my
and take a break from
it's a thing.
From creating characters.
I'm already near the top of the standings, but if you team up
like Chris Knight. Chris Knight I did that for.
We're talking mad points.
Like Chris Knight I did that for. Chris Knight I did that for Chris Knight. I painstakingly took a picture of everything and then try to translate it as best I could. I'm going to do the same thing for American Phoenix. American Phoenix's moveset is going to be the same thing. I was going to do it for other characters, but I am not going to do it. I decided against it, even though I took painstaking pictures. Most of the other ones are just I took a picture of their signatures and their finishers and recreated their entire moveset and tried to recreate their moveset or something very much like it by muscle memory. Yeah. Perfectly understand.
They're here.
Perfectly understand. as you are seeing my character, Adams Valentine, looking like a gay stripper from a southern bar.
22 pounds, the Punisher, Adams Valentine. I am doing
fantastic today. I am doing fantastic. I am happy that I have a day off work. I'm happy that it's the weekend because I have 2 days off work and I can just sit down and do what I want to do. And I had a mindset of wanting to stream this, and with my regular streams of the GM mode as I go between making calls, because I just finished the FLB, the French lesbian billionaire Catherine T. Bresnetti. I just finished her yesterday.
Beautiful elbows.
So and I'm going to be moving on to the American Phoenix. I'll be moving on to the American Phoenix today. Just separating it up so I'm not just constantly making calls, because this year the making process is so long and so tedious that I'm even to the point where I'm just like, if I just constantly do this, I'm going to lose my passion and lose my heart to ever make a call ever again. So I'm going to try my best to not lose my passion for doing this.
Getting set up for something in the corner.
And it's a good thing because the GM, the My GM is pretty good. It's not I don't think it's as good as other GM modes, but it's certainly good. It's certainly not the worst. There honestly in the wrestling games, there has honestly never been a bad GM mode. If anybody has a bad GM mode that has been in a WWE game, I would love to know what your opinion is, because I have never actually felt any of them had been bad at all.
Oh, did you hear that thud?
Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, yeah, this. Oh, knock on wood, I have rarely had crashes in this game. Knock on wood, I've rarely had crashes. But for those that have had crashes, I sympathize tremendously. It really sucks. It really sucks having the crash. It really sucks all the crash. When you have a crash and you're making a call and you're in the zone and you're like, this is going good, and then it crashes and you're like, no. Oh, exactly. You certainly do. You work with what you got. Aw. I actually didn't think he was going to make a tag.
Yeah, Birch needs to reassess his strength.
Oh, well. Right hand.
Oh, look at this. The multi-training really showing off here.
And as I said before, yes, this is on easy difficulty. That's why I'm kicking his ass. I am not. My mindset is I'm not going to sit here on normal difficulty or hard difficulty or legendary difficulty and get my ass kicked nonstop and waste my time. I'd rather get through it, unlock the things that I want to unlock, which is the stuff for the created characters stuff, and just move on. I am not interested in sitting here and getting my ass kicked by the game. even though I still can get my ass kicked by the game on easy difficulty.
These two teams have gone to war.
This certainly is not the SVR days where I learned the game and I was able to, and I was playing the games and they were so easy for me to just pick up and do. But oh well, one can't grieve forever. One of my favorite combinations. I slipped this into the moveset. One of my favorite combinations. Just a quick 1-2 and straight into the guillotine choke. I do that more often than not. Just a quick 1-2 right into the guillotine choke. make them tap real quick after they get their ass kicked.
Put that match in a museum or a textbook so future teams can study to learn this craft.
Oh man. Which honestly, I have actually heard that they may actually add more stuff in this in the My Rise in the My Rise. They may actually add more stuff in the My Rise, more like missions and stuff. Which if they do, then that's cool. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I certainly am not going to sit here and complain about it and say oh no, you shouldn't do that. Exactly.
You've seemed a bit off lately. What's going on?
It's just some family stuff. I don't really want to get into it.
Dealing with that.
Submissions are fun in this game to play with.
I hear you.
In matches, by the way, for anybody that's having problems with submissions,
would you be willing to team up with me? Might be a good
for those that are having problems with submissions, just mess with the sliders. Just mess with the sliders a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I could do it.
Gracias. Any kind of strategy you want?
That's all I can say. Just mess with the sliders a little bit, work with the sliders, and you'll get it. You know, I've seen Beetle streams, with Beetle sliders.
All I care about is trying to get you the win.
And honestly, and Beetle has told me that he has done approximately like 1,000 matches so far, and I can truly believe him. And he has not had a submission problem. So there is no submission problem in the game. It's just you have to work with the sliders to get everything to. You have to work with the sliders and mess with the sliders a little bit. Just for those that are doing simulated matches and are having problems with the submissions. For anybody that's having problems with submissions, just mess with the sliders a little bit. And also, it is a possibility that this game may actually respond better to what's called natural stats rather than maxed out stats. But if you want to do maxed out stats, I think there's a version of the stats that Blazed was talking about on his streams that he was doing, and I know he does maxed out stats, so I know there's sliders for those type of creators now too. So I know for me with my natural, I use natural stats, and I haven't really had a problem with. I haven't really had a problem with submissions. Just to clear that up. Just to clear that up, and yeah, if you have a submission-based call, you can have so much fun watching them kick someone's ass.
Make way for the Irish Ace.
These two trained together at the PC and now join forces tonight to take on the duo of Brian Kendrick and Jordan Devlin.
Hector Flores hasn't been himself lately, but maybe teaming up with someone from his past will help him get back on track.
Kendrick and Devlin.
Yeah, and that's actually surprising for me that most of the stuff is at 0. I'm actually really surprised by that. But I'm also not surprised at the same time, because these games have definitely went the way of more arcade rather than simulation. Because a lot of the moves have been sped up. Some of the moves have been sped up. A lot of moves have been really sped up, especially over the past number of years, going from the SVR days to now. There are moves that you painfully know have been sped up by a lot, and it's just how and obviously how things are, and that's honestly why I think we get a lot of these, we get a lot of the 5-minute matches.
Palm strikes. Just a continuous rush on Brian.
Oh yeah. Pretty much that's all we're doing is trying to make sense out of it. I could be, things could prove me wrong, and I could be proven completely wrong at some point, and everything I say everything I'm saying right now could be proven to be just insane ramblings of an insane man. But but that's pretty much all we're doing. All we're doing is just trying to make sense out of everything right now. Make sense out of the game. Try to do our shows and try to do everything the way we feel that our show is, that fits our show perfectly. It's fine. You can shameless plug anything. Making sense out of anything, making sense out of wrestling is hard, especially when it comes to Vince McMahon, because as many people that know him have said, never try to make sense out of Vince McMahon, because Sigmund Freud would jump out the window. Vince is not someone that you can make sense out of. Come on, Kendrick.
But Kendrick has the push. Now,
I was trying to get Devlin. trying to get Jordan Devlin before he got the tag.
Snapmare takeover. Followed by.
Whoop.
Dodges out of the way.
Aw. Come on. There you go. Allow me to make the counter. Fist punch. Oh gosh. Bam.
Right on the mark. And he's already taken more hits up there than he should have to handle.
Kendrick's in a precarious position. Up into the torture rack. Does that finish Kendrick off?
Guillotine. Another guillotine. Another version of the guillotine choke. I have a bunch of those. I have a bunch of versions of the guillotine choke at this point. I have two. I have two versions of the guillotine choke, and I go for them both.
It's in deep. There's the save.
Ah, you bastard. Let's go for the cover. I could have easily won by pinfall. Ah, I was supposed to have him win. Damn. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to do. I was too busy having fun. That happens.
Kendrick and Devlin
oh, well.
are going to make things easy, so Hector better get his head straight if they want to win this match.
Bam.
To the face.
Both wrists captured. And
Bam.
Nasty.
Come on, Kenji. Come on, bud.
he's feeling the
Beat
effects of that
your
last
ass. Now I know what I'm supposed to do.
palm strikes.
Now I know what I'm supposed to do. I wasn't paying attention before. I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to do. I thought I was just winning. I didn't notice the name. Because I was too busy having fun beating Kendrick's ass. I think I did. I think I did. I don't remember because I do remember that your stream was while I was working, so I might have been doing something else while you were while that was going on.
These two showing how well scouted they each are. Delivers the knee. He's looking shaky at best now. And this is well, it's not looking good.
Nasty kick to the face.
La di dee dee doo dee doo. La di dee dee dee.
Feels like it's over for Kendrick.
Knock Kendrick out. La di dee dee dee. Somehow Kendrick is busted open. I don't know how. Oh yeah, I probably beating his ass more often than not. Ah, Devlin, you jerk!
Kick right to the gut.
Hey, Devlin, get out of the ring so I can win by pinfall.
Is it enough? The cover.
And Ai stays down for
Aw.
1 count.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance. Stops the kick.
What a
Reversal. These two are ready for each other. Oh no! Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
the heck? That's a submission? Is that a abdominal stretch? There it is, tap out. Ah, I'm supposed to win by pinfall, damn! I did it again! Oh my gosh! I did it again! I don't know how I did it again, but I somehow did it again, even though I knew what I was supposed to do.
Teaming up with someone from his past will help him get back on track.
The never-ending match!
Things easy, so Hector better get his head straight if they want to win this match. And another counter. Scissors kick with authority.
Oh. There we go. Opa.
Rocking the jaw.
Opa.
He's getting a little better now.
Hi, Devlin. Bam!
That's just a kick to the face.
Yeah, someone gets a Men in Black flashy pen. Here comes the man in black, the galaxy defenders. With the new movie having the lamest joke.
That gets reversed on Kendrick. Goes under the ropes to get back inside.
I'm not even kidding. The new movie has the lamest damn joke, and they even said it in the trailer. Of just like, you know, because it was talking about the name Men in Black instead of, and it was just, and it was something along the lines of like maybe it should be like People in Black or some bull, or just like it's a man and a woman in black or something. It's like you've completely missed the point of the entire thing. The reason they're called the Men in Black is because it's based off of the actual thing that is an urban legend, and that happens when it comes to these sort of things, mostly around the the Jersey Devil story. That there were there were people telling people not to talk about the Jersey Devil that were just men in black. Hence the name, the Men in Black. That's how the whole idea that's how the whole thing got started. It's based off of an urban legend. And also, back in the day, back in olden times, the word men was used for both men and women. The term men was a term used for both men and women to talk about both genders. So yeah, I still haven't seen the new Men in Black and really don't, or the most recent Men in Black and really don't want to, because Men in Black is not as good without Will Smith. Will Smith makes Men in Black. Come on, Jordy boy.
You can pick up your teeth in the third row.
Why didn't it allow me to counter?
We got a cover.
You know, I miss the days where you could actually counter a pinfall. Now you can't even count. Now you just have to deal with it. Back in the old SVR days, you can actually counter a pinfall.
Tags him in.
Yes, folks, back in the day, these games were actually semi-made competently.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Where you never had things that you could just randomly not do. Surprising, isn't it?
Shoulders down. 1, 2. Hand on the ropes to stop the pin.
Oh, I saw the rope break. Saw the rope break, damn it. Thought I was going to get away with it. Thought I was going to get away with it and have him not see the rope break.
Buster. Flores with a game ender.
Whoa, drop kick all the way to the outside.
This is it. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Finally did it.
Are your winners, the Punisher, Adams, Valentine, and Hector Flores. Tag team chemistry in full effect with these two superstars.
No frills, no gimmicks, just old school tag team excellence to get the...
There we go.
I know we got the win out there tonight, but I apologize. I was definitely not on top of my game.
I could tell. I know you said you didn't want to talk about your family stuff.
I could tell.
But what the heck is going on?
And I could tell because shut up.
You have to promise not to tell anyone else about it. Deal?
Yeah, I promise.
So my father has been in
It
touch
certainly
with
is possible. I think you could probably make him. Or he may possibly be online. You know, I think you probably... I think you may be able to find him on CC.
Because
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if someone made him.
Or anyone else about my background or who my dad is. The truth is, I do come from a famous Mexican wrestling family. My father is El Mago Sr.
Wait, I'm confused. What about that wrestler El Mago Jr.? Is he your brother? And why hide all this in the
No, he trained with some dipshit called...
When I first decided to get into
oh
wrestling,
gosh, what was his name? What was the trainer in... What was the trainer in... In 2K20. In 2K20's My Career.
It really hurt.
Damn, how did I forget his name? Riley Flash. Riley Flash.
Ever since then,
yeah,
he's
he trained with some dipshit called Riley Flash.
Wow. Well, I guess that explains why you wanted nothing to do with his retirement show a while back.
Exactly.
Yeah, Riley Flash.
I was fine just doing my own thing.
His tagline I used in the 2K20 in the 2K20
suddenly wants me to be a Mago
in the 2K20 review.
Interesting timing.
Yeah. And worse.
By the way, for those that are wondering what my review number is for this game, I would put it at a 4 or a 5. It is certainly higher than 2K20, but compared to all the other games in the series, it certainly is.
Okay. I think
it is certainly not one of the top of the tops.
Get rid?
There are far better games in the series. And far easier games for creators, and far better games for casuals to pick up and play.
As frauds. Then
this may be the newest. That doesn't mean it's the best.
How do we do that?
Just follow my lead.
You can say I have nostalgia goggles. You can definitely say I have nostalgia goggles. Sometimes, you get some, because definitely. A lot of the older games are based on memory because I don't have a working PS2, but I would certainly go back to any of those, any of the old SVRs faster than I'd go to this. Heck, I'm even still thinking of going back to 19 at some point. Mentally, my mindset is if this is not you know, with how slow this is going, my season would have already started if I would have went back to 19. So, yeah, this game is not going to get a full review. 2K20 is because I really wanted to give a full review to 2K20. And I also wanted to use that line that Riley Flash said in his story because it was so good. The whole thing of
432 pounds.
I forgot it now. It's something about being paid. It's something about paid. Torture. It's something about paid and torture. It's something about being paid. You're paying him for your torture or something, and I used it as a representation for 2K20 that we pretty much paid to get tortured during the review as a joke. I use that line, trying to be creative. Because again, that's also one of the reasons why I wanted to do that review. Was that one line? Because I knew I could make a joke out of it. As a representation of 2K20 in a nutshell.
Big knee to the midsection.
Yeah, let's get. But yeah, out of. but just a quick review. Yeah, this game is either below average or average. It depends on what your preference is and what you're playing the game for. If you're playing it for creation, the game is way too slow for you to get an entire roster out.
Just remember to tag your partner in.
It's way too slow, and even though we're doing our best, it's still extremely slow. But again, like I said, not bad. We're working with what we got. As what was said earlier, we're working with what we got. Come on, Bobo. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna kick you back to Impact. Come on. Come on.
Clearly waiting for that.
Oh! Bam!
He's getting pushed down into the defensive. Yeah, this is exactly why constant, frequent tags are so important in a match like this, to keep fresh.
Or you could just easily kick your opponent's ass. Yeah, you can do that too.
Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
Bam!
And attacking above the shoulders has become the strategy here. Oh, good grief from your lights out.
Wild is in a state of distress.
Wild's gonna have to dig down.
One thing I'm kind of up in the air about right now is the blood. I'm kind of up in the air right now about the blood.
Wild gets out of there. DDT connects. Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly.
I think it's pretty good. It's definitely a more realistic blood than we've seen than we've seen even in the old SVR games, but it's different. It's just very different, and it's certainly gonna be hard to get used to. Is all for me. For me, the new blood animations are gonna be a little bit hard to get used to. Because I remember just guys having gushers, like blood just pouring out and stuff. So it's gonna be hard to get used to for me. Because I remember the old blood that used to be in the games. These modern games, are doing it in the way of like if someone was being busted open hard way, rather than how they do, rather than how they actually get blood.
Shirley is pinpointing that spot.
Bam! Here we go.
Perched on the shoulders.
Bam!
Will that keep Wild grounded?
Cover. 1, 2, 3. Got him.
Here are your winners, the Punisher.
As you can see, I'm always trying to bust them open.
And Hector
with this character. I'm always trying to bust them open because I have a bunch of MMA-like moves that bust them open. that freaking bust them open. Like kicks and punches and strikes and shit. The one thing for the movesets in My Rise, and heaven forbid if 2K is actually watching this, or someone shows them this, I would love it if if they added in the My Rise in the My Rise, I would love it if they would add a copy feature. Just like in the normal movesets where you can copy a moveset, I would love if they added a copy moveset feature into the My Rise. That would make a lot of the moves. That would make movesets a lot easier in a lot of circumstances. That would make a lot of the. That would make a lot of the moves. That would make a lot of the moves. That would make a lot of the movesets a lot easier for My Rise. For just copycatting somebody else's moveset. Even if you could copycat one of your cause movesets outside of the My Rise, that would still be useful. Because you could just copycat the moveset and import it in. So you could test out how the moveset works and see if you like it or not. You know? But that's just one man's rambling opinion. Da, 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 da. One thing with the update I'm surprised at, with them adding stuff for the MyGM, I am surprised they didn't increase our money that we used to get the characters. I'm surprised they didn't increase our money. Because for those that do not remember the old MyGM modes in these games, you always were working with $10 million. You were working with $10 million. By the way, both brands were working with $10 million each to have your roster in the previous game. In the previous MyGMs. And in this one, you're working with like $2.5 million or something. It's a very vast departure from how much money you were using back in the old MyGMs. I was kind of hoping if they were going to expand the MyGM, that they would expand the money as well, but I don't know. I don't know about coding. I don't know if that would be beyond their ability. As I will soon unlock this arena and constantly use it as I do matches. When I actually start just randomly doing matches, I'll be using Beetle's sliders, by the way, when I do that. But when I do, when I do randomly start doing matches, more often I'll be doing matches in like these arenas, in like all the arenas, especially including this one, because I've always liked this arena. I also like the Law arena from 20, and I'm kind of disappointed that there isn't some type of an arena like that in this one. Maybe there is. I don't know. I certainly haven't seen it, but I kind of wish there was, because that arena was kind of awesome. And I certainly will, if it is in the creator to create an arena section, I will be trying to do an arena using it. Damn, I busted him open already? Holy crap. Gee, the guy goes for an MMA takedown. Gee, I wonder who it is. Voila! Bam! I currently I thank everybody for that have been stopping in. This has so far been a very fun stream because I love doing this. It's so far working. It's so far working. So that may actually lead to more My Rise streams in the future if this continues to continue working. I may actually save the My Rise streams. Save the My Rise streams for after the My GM is done. For the streams, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm weighing my options. I'm weighing my options for the future stuff because I know how long it's taking to make cause, and it's taking far longer than I want. So I have to try to find content that I can do in the meantime, so I'm not, so I'm at least doing something while I am messing with cause.
Before we get to the unmasking, we have something else to reveal. El Mago Jr. isn't who you've been told he is. He is not El Mago's son. And we can prove it.
Why the hell am I speaking English when this is it's in Mexico?
Doesn't look like he's from around here, huh?
Why wouldn't you have the Mexican speak? Why wouldn't you have someone speak that actually knows that actually knows Spanish?
And steal.
Why would you be speaking English in Mexico?
Let him go. He's already brought enough shame upon himself. No need to unmask him and pile on. But if these fine people here want to let him know he's a fraud, I'd be okay with that. Fraude, fraude, fraude.
Just a little. That was just my little comment. Yeah, at least that looks more realistic. Yeah. At least there's that. We unlocked the Mexico Plaza. That's great. I love the Mexico Plaza. It's probably one of my favorite arenas. Continue to raise my submissions. I think everybody should be spying a theme here. Raise my submissions, and then raise everything else later. I'm not at 91. Let's see. That's not a story? Okay. I won Fantasy League. What the heck? I would like to thank you. You've completely brought shame to my family name. You have brought shame to my family name, and I'll be mocked when I come home. When I come home, and tomatoes will be thrown at me, and people will call me horrible names. But you have helped me out here in America. I thank you. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. that is also fair. That is also fair.
What are you doing here? Did you get signed to NXT?
No, not yet. But I hope that changes after tonight. I have a non-televised match to show management what they're missing out on. And I was hoping I could face you.
Okay. I'll do it.
Great.
I'll kick your ass.
I'm not gonna let you win or anything like that, but I'll do my best to help you look good by having an entertaining match. That work for you?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. But what if you let me hit my finisher? You know, really show the bosses what I'm all about.
Chase.
Fine, forget I said it. But what about a signature move? Would that be all right?
Oh my gosh.
Chase.
Chase. Yeah, for those that don't know, this is Ribby. This guy is Ribby. This guy was the one that was Ribby in the 20 My Rise. For those that want to check out an adult stream of 2K20's My Rise, you can check out me and both Beetle's side and my side of the My Rise on both of our channels for the 2K20 My Rise. Not My Rise, My Career. You could do the My Career. You could watch our My Career stuff. Because we were having we were trying to have as much fun with this game, with 20 as humanly possible. And yes, this guy right here is the one that was Ribby. And somehow this dude is far more annoying than the female super fan character in the female My Rise. Exactly. Boom, 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 boom. This is for blowing me in the balls in 2K20. This is for having cringy dialogue. This is for actually speaking. This is for my cousin. This is for my dog, my cat, my goldfish, my cousin you've never met. He's probably hoping I have a very small family. Bam! Knock your block off, bitch. Bam! Yes, this is for tricking us to go to PCW. Who can have a small family? Bam! Bam! One, two, three.
Here is your winner, the Punisher, Adams Valentine.
Da, 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 da. No, Adam, those facials will never do. You can't look mean in the WWE. You have to have a smile on your face. You have to have a smile on your face, pal. Always smile, pal. Always smile. 16. Yeah, I'll save them. I'll save them. Is it William Regal? Someone with William Regal? Yeah, I like the kid's gumption, though. Certainly has better facials than... Chase has better facials than what's-his-face, no chin, from real life. that they had pal around... Carmella for a while.
I know you already have a match tonight, but I'm desperate. Some WWE execs are coming from LA, but their flight is delayed. They won't get here until after the NXT taping is over. Wanna be a team player and put on a non-televised match for the execs and audience after the show?
Sure. More random matches. By the way, for those wondering how you could tell what's a offshoot side quest and what's a big time match, it depends on the person involved. It depends on the person involved, and it depends on who you're talking to. As you see in my in my DMs, it talks about a North American title shot. It talks about North American title opportunity and all that. That's going to be a main story. That's going to be a main story quest. So that tells me that all of these other things are going to be are just side projects that you could do. That's at least how I know. That's how I That's how I see what is what is not what works and what is what is a side quest and what is a main quest. Because to be fair, the game doesn't say. The game legitimately does not say what's a side quest and what's a main what's part of the story, what's part of the main story. So you pretty much have to figure it out on your own and try to figure out what you're doing. So and that is one of the things that I will say is a problem. And also for future of these, I'm not going to be streaming all of this. I'm not going to be streaming everything. There are going to be times where I have played a lot. I have played a little bit of this outside of streaming after I'm done with a call. So you are not going to get everything. I'm just going to state that right now when I do start streaming this more. But it's also possible that by the time I get there, or by the time we get there, I will have already finished the male My Rise. You know, after finishing the My GM, I will probably have already finished that, and more than likely, I will have already moved on to another female playthrough, which is going to be all bad guy stuff, which is going to be all evil bad guy, you know, bad character stuff. So I may have already moved on to that playthrough by the time for streaming by the time I get to this between the GM streams. Which the GM streams will return tomorrow, after Beetle stream, if Beetle streams. Like I said, hopefully I'll find out at some point. You know, I haven't talked to Beetle in a bit. Bam. As I'm kicking Damian Priest's ass right now. As I busted him open like every other, like I've busted up every other ham and egger that I've fought. Here we go. Bam. Go at it again, because I'm pretentious and I want to beat it with two finishers. Bam! Go for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the Punisher, Adams Valentine. So, more submissions. As I spend more points powering up my submissions.
Soon I'll be powering up my... Soon I'll be powering up my strikes and grapples. Yes, they really enjoyed the match. You whooped the fucking North American champion's ass. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Stay the course for right now. I'll stay the course for right now. The heck is this? I think I'll stick right here with NXT. So I still have a lot of storylines to do. And these are the ones that are showing. And these are the hidden ones that I cannot get to right now. The good ones, the bad ones I could probably do at some point. These good ones are probably tie into the North America Championship or some other championship. Probably ties into that. So I am not going to worry about that. But I will switch. But once all the good stuff is done, I will switch over to I will switch over to being the bad guy. Because that's how I do this. I do the good stuff first, then do the bad stuff, switch over to another show, switch good. Well, I switch good before I turn good before I switch good before I go to the next show. And then
If you haven't
and then
already
rinse and
heard,
repeat.
the NXT Breakout Tournament is right around the corner. This year, it's open to NXT and NXT UK superstars who've never received an NXT title opportunity, which means you're eligible.
What does the winner get?
Confident one, are we? The winner will earn a championship match of their choice at NXT TakeOver. So, are you interested in participating?
Count me
This
in.
is the opportunity I've been waiting for. I'm in.
All right. Good luck.
NXT Breakout Tournament. So now we're doing the Breakout Tournament. This is part of the main story, by the way. This is part of the main story. That's how you tell that's also how you tell which one is a side quest and which one's a main story. Because a lot of the main stories don't have the symbol of heel or babyface. Some of them. There are exceptions. Yeah, Wild. I'm gonna knock your ass back to Impact. Yes, he's actually from Impact. I did not recognize him and did not know. I actually did not recognize him until the last GM stream, where the last of my GM stream where one of my brothers in arms, James Mack, brought that up. brought up who he was. I forgot who he said now, but I completely forgot who he was. Heck, I always have to remind. Heck, for me, I always have to remind myself that Santos Escobar is King Cuerno. Was King Cuerno in Lucha Underground.
As this first round match gets underway, let's not forget what's on the line. Whoever wins the NXT Breakout Tournament will earn a championship opportunity at NXT TakeOver.
I don't think that's lost on either of these men, especially Joaquin Wilde, who looks ready to make a run in this tournament.
Wilde has been here before, losing to Angel Garza in his debut in the first ever Breakout Tournament. You have to think he'll use that as extra motivation tonight.
Oh, that can shatter a jaw. Tied up between the ropes. It's about to get worse. Look at these knee strikes.
Bam. Oh. Boom.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match.
I wasn't even actually near him.
Ah, jeez. Oh! Now he's been put on the defensive.
Taking on some offense, but he expected as much.
Take him down.
Mounted palm strikes. Yeah, Joaquin can't find an answer for these attacks.
Wilde's going to have to dig down deep here.
Check this out. Just deadlifted up into a power bomb.
Both wrists captured. That was nasty.
Rolling elbow right on the mark. And he has to start protecting himself from attacks to that area.
Yeah. He can try to protect himself all he wants. It ain't going to help.
Setting it up. Boom.
And now the pressure's mounting on him.
Yeah, and he keeps struggling to slow the opposition down.
Did you hear the impact?
Lands the elbow.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Hope just to have a talking topic. Hope everybody is ready for the next. Hope everybody's ready for the DLC, for the Bonsai DLC coming out. I know I like playing. I like playing with the in-game characters a little bit. I'm not. I don't fully go full Just Cause.
Yeah, Joaquin can't find an answer for these attacks.
At least privately, because that would take away a lot of the matches that I would do for recording.
Mounted palm strikes. And at this point, he's risking permanent injury.
He has to be told that discretion's the better part of valor. He's had his bell rung too many times tonight to risk any more danger.
So. I'm certainly ready. I cannot wait for Yokozuna, because Yokozuna is one of my favorites of that early 90s era, and I cannot wait for a Yokozuna special title entrance, because I don't even think 2K14 had a special Yokozuna title entrance. It was just the belt around his waist, and I cannot wait to see if he actually has a complete title entrance where he holds the belt, because that would actually fit Yokozuna more than having the belt around his waist, because no belt would have fit around Yokozuna's waist. Umaga will be a little bit surreal seeing him back in the game. I can't wait to see a title entrance if he has it with him holding the belt in his teeth. Because that's what Umaga used to do, hold the belt in his teeth. Which was quite fun. It was quite entertaining. Yeah, there's a few different things I can't wait to see if they add it.
So I guess we stand in each other's way of making it to the finals?
Yeah, looks that way.
Who would have thought after all our battles at the PC we'd be facing each other again with so much on the line?
How'd it come with this? After all we've been through, two of a pair, now on opposite sides. From the very start, with honor we do.
But I want you to know that
watch each other's back and we battle with pride. We're closer than brothers, and now we have to fight each other. Can we trust our fate to the heart of the cards?
I feel the same
no
way.
matter what, the
so may the
games
best man
begin.
win.
No matter what, to let the best man win. No matter what, we're in this together. Oh my gosh. I know it does. It always keeps popping up because there's always a way to use it. There's always a moment, there's always a way to use it. In a few jokes. Whenever there's a joking opportunity, there's always a way to do it because either in the game or anything else. Because you'll have those moments of two people that are friends ready to fight, and my mind instantly goes to that song. It either goes to that song or the Pokemon the Movies song My Brother. If that was the... Is that Pokemon the movie? The My Brother? My brother, what are we fighting for? We have to end this war. I think that was the Pokemon movie. Either one of those songs always comes to mind. Either one of those songs always comes to mind. Mentally, they always mentally come to mind whenever something like that happens, where it's two people about ready to fight that are friends and brothers that don't want to fight and shit. It just happens. It mentally always happens to me.
As well as these ones do, it might just come down to who wants it more.
Or it might come down to who's better. Let's not overthink this, Saxton.
Also, doesn't help that I used to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh anime religiously back in the day. Back in the olden days when you had to wake up every Saturday morning on a certain time and watch your shows because you can't DVR it.
A little too soon for that cover to be effective, but he is making a statement by going for it at this point.
Back in the day.
Oh, the elbow drop knee crusher. And again.
Not my knee.
Got the leg and dropping the elbow right on the knee.
I do have to admit that is smart by the AI. They're seeing that I'm constantly going after the...
Good luck walking after this. Oh, looking to cripple the leg. And Flores is...
Yeah, just YouTube over TV, yeah. Yeah, because I think they actually have... Don't they have the original Yu-Gi-Oh shows on YouTube now or something? I do know there's streams like that where the actual company will put out streams of the shows and stuff. I know Netflix for me just got the original Fairly Odd Parents, which I am super psyched to go back and watch the originals, the original seasons and stuff. For those that don't know, Fairly Odd Parents actually started as a small cartoon on a cartoon show called Oh Yeah Cartoons.
Irish whip. And the referee got caught sleeping. Now we're really going to find out who wants to advance.
Wait a second, we've got company. It's Joaquin Wilde.
Yeah, and he brought
It hasn't been taken off. It just came on for me. It just popped up for me not too long ago.
Hector Flores has no idea what just happened.
And now Hector's going up top to capitalize.
And people liked Fairly Odd Parents so much out of watching it on Oh Yeah Cartoons that it became its own show. Two shows for Nickelodeon came out of Oh Yeah Cartoons. Fairly Odd Parents and Chalk Zone. Fairly Odd Parents actually lasted longer than Chalk Zone did. Even though Chalk Zone went for I believe like 4 seasons, it didn't do bad. It didn't do bad for a kid show.
Take the win and move on.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love it. They've been posting Lightspeed Rescue, and they've been posting Lightspeed Rescue, and I love it. Oh yeah, Jungle Fury. I love Jungle Fury. Yes, at some point they're gonna have every single season. I actually binge watched at some point. I actually binge watched all of the episodes with the Psycho Rangers in it. All the episodes of Power Rangers in Space, all the episodes of Power Rangers in Space, all the episodes of Lost Galaxy that had the Psycho Rangers in it. And I loved it. I loved going back to all those. It was so much fun. It was my Psycho Ranger Saga binge. Yeah, I loved binging them a while back. Remembering how dangerous and how freaking great the Psycho Rangers were. The official Power Rangers YouTube channel actually is very close to having every single Power Ranger season up there on YouTube. It's actually getting very close to having every single Power Ranger season, which is awesome.
Whoa, from behind.
They're going to settle this right now. And we have a fight.
Yes, and he's going to do it in his wrestling in their wrestling gear.
These two are out to hurt each other.
Let me counter, please.
Break his arm. Vicious.
Saw that one coming.
Thank you.
Oh, vicious running knee lift.
That freaking Canterbury knee. I know that knee has to be Kenny. That knee has to be Kenny Olivier's knee. It reminds me of a Canterbury freaking knee.
Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
And Wild with the wherewithal. The counter.
If I could find a way to do that, I would love to do that. That'd be really cool. If I could find a way to do that, I would. The problem with that is looking for logos.
In section 112.
A lot of the logos that I find about Power Rangers are all based off of the OG. Is all based off of the OG. It's all based off of the Power Ranger, the Power Rangers, the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Both wrists captured and pow.
There is not a lot that I can find, or the comics, or their stuff on the comics. Even that is hard. I had a hell of a time back in the day when I was making the Lord Draken attire. It was really hard for me to find was just fan made stuff or pictures of items and stuff like that. It wasn't a lot of really good footage or really good pictures and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff that that would be for other Power Ranger seasons would have to be legitimately made by somebody with artistic skill in a lot of ways, especially in artistic skills using to make stuff for this game. That would pretty much be how it would have to be done, if anything. So that's pretty much that, and that's sad, but that's how it is, because it's the common consistency. It's the common thing of Power Rangers of history of anything. The first thing in the series will always be the thing that everyone remembers the most. Yeah. Internet quality, blah blah blah. If I get the screen of death, that will also can the stream, by the way. Yeah, Jungle Fury may be possible. Jungle Fury may be possible, but we'll see. Jungle Fury may be possible, depending. Because Jungle Fury was very simplistic. I know its Japanese counterpart was very much surrounded based off of like gis and like jogging gear and stuff like that. That's why it looked like that and it was very simplistic in its design. And especially with the Power Rangers version, they explained it away quite well. With RJ working on the morphers.
The issue between these two started during the NXT Breakout Tournament and will come to a conclusion here at TakeOver.
Walking Wild cost his opponent a
Jungle Fury is probably one of my top favorite seasons of Power Rangers, and it has one of the most badass moments in the series where I believe it was is it Jason? I think it's Jason, the Red Ranger. I think it's not Jason. What the heck was his name? I completely forgot the Red Ranger's name. It's been so long since I saw Jungle Fury. The Red Ranger at the end of the season, walking into Daishi. Casey, thank you. Yeah, Casey. Casey walking into Daishi's palace, just walking in all casual and badass, and just knocking all the Renchi away. That is one of the most badass scenes in Power Rangers. It is so good. The Daishi Jared storyline and all that. That is so good. That is such a good story. The story of redemption and all that. It's so good. Then there's Power Rangers RPM, which has one of the most uniquest themes ever in a Power Ranger season. Heck, one of the seasons that you can actually point out to anybody that's not a fan of Power Rangers and say this season actually has death. Because at the beginning of the season there is genuine death where these characters are not coming back. They're dead and gone. As they're in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Both wrists captured, and he may be in a bad way here. Yeah, Cole, but at this point in the match, you still haven't lost the edge.
Oh yeah, RPM is good. But the problem, the thing about RPM though, is that RPM, just for context, RPM is like the little engine that could. Because like halfway through the season, the writer of the show got canned for no reason. They never, even the writer did not know why he got canned, like halfway through the season. So somebody else had to pick up the reins and finish the season that he was doing. That's why the season ends up. That's why the season, after a while, ends up looking like it got written by somebody else, because it got written by somebody else.
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those.
So they had to do like two different versions of a clip show, just to try to save up money for the finale, because Disney was canceling the series anyway. So they were doing everything they can to. So they were doing everything they could to try to keep the series going, or doing anything to try to help the series at all. And then Nickelodeon picked up the series after that, and the rest is history.
More attacks to the neck area. Not a pretty sight to witness. Worked on the shoulders. We might need medical personnel out here very soon.
I agree with you. The referee can only diagnose so much.
Worked on the shoulders. Nasty knee. This is troublesome for Raw. Makes the cover.
And that's all she wrote.
And I say RPM is the little engine that could, because they were having to try to, because they were adapting they were adapting a Sentai that was super goofy into a post-apocalyptic, into a super serious post-apocalyptic series, which my heavens, they did so well, doing everything they could to do that. I adore Power Rangers RPM just for that reason. You know, what's up, Nightmare? Because they were pretty much the little engine that could. Yes, they were turning something super goofy where the Zords talked and had moving eyeballs into a Mad Max-like series, and it was great. And that was the point, and that was his point to begin with. The guy that did it, you know, that was the original director of the series. That was his point. Was Mad Max. He wanted to do like Mad Max like imagery, because the adults in the room would understand and like the references, while the kids in the audience would enjoy the new imagery that they've never seen before. Was their idea. Lobbying for you to go to SmackDown. I really don't want to go to SmackDown. What else is there? There's the Bounty, Demons and Monsters, and Shaking Up NXT. Obviously, Shaking Up NXT is the storyline stuff. I don't know if we're gonna get extra championships like the female My Rise did, because the female My Rise you get extra championships, but I'm not gonna spoil which ones they are, or what happens. What's the storyline equivalent to getting them? I bet everyone has seen them before. Yeah, triple threat match. To find who faces Priest, I'll do it. Nice, Nightmare. Just doing some... Yeah. Yeah, perfectly understandable. I just started a new one that I was, not too long ago. Like last night, I started up one that I'm gonna do after the male one. After I finish this male one. This male one is pretty much like my female one, where I'm doing it to get items for cause and stuff. And that's pretty much it. I currently have another one up that I'm doing on the side that has just to see the opposite side of what happens when your character is an actor. So I made the character like a Miz. I made the female character like a Miz-like character. I made her like the Miz, and she's gonna be a heel all throughout her storyline.
Well, guys,
and I want to see how that works, of how it is if you're just a heel throughout the entire thing, and you don't ever turn babyface. I know there's hacks of this guy online, of people prying him off of the. Out of the GM, out of the My Rise, but 2K, please put him in the game. Please unlock him. Please unlock him, please. I do not want to play with. I do not want to play with T-Bar. I want to play with Donovan Dijakovic. I want to play with Donovan Dijak. I don't want to play. I don't want to play with T-Bar. I don't care about bad WWE gimmicks. I want Donovan Dijakovic. You have him in the game. I want the character in the game. I want the character. Please show up. Please get the character in the game.
A remarkable blend of size and agility. Yeah, he moves like a man half his size. Yeah, Dijakovic can also take to the skies. That makes him a rather intimidating opponent.
Because he's in the game, he's just locked. Donovan Dijak is actually in the game. He's just locked. He's just locked behind the My Rise. Same thing with apparently a version of Shawn Michaels, like the '97 version of Shawn Michaels, is also locked behind somewhere in here. Is locked behind that and stuff like that. Same thing with the Alexa Bliss. Same thing with a lot of other things like that. So there's a lot of characters that are locked behind the My Rise. Yeah, everybody's stuff is in the game. Everybody's stuff is in the game. And by the way they changed the names of some of the characters, I'm wondering if we are going to get these characters back. I wonder if they're going to unlock these characters for us, because all we would need for them to unlock these characters for us is for them to do a patch. That's all they would have to do is do a patch and unlock the characters, because that's all they have to do. Because the character's already there, and they can make it a big deal. And I feel the same way. I feel like they're going to, especially because they changed Alexa Bliss to Alexa Bliss 2021. So they changed her, and obviously they're going to put in the 2020 version of her.
Nice contact there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, they add it, and they also can add like random easy stuff. Oh yeah, that arena is just pleasing to the eye. Pleasing to the eye if you want to throw up. But that's not their problem. That's WWE's problem for trying to make a Nickelodeon-like arena.
He's taking charge here.
That's WWE's problem for trying to do Nickelodeon.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe right now. here. Oh, man. Great. Turn your lights on.
Bump, 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 bump.
This fight is pumping him up. Scissors kick with authority.
Now that he's done, now that he's down, boom, guillotine. Too close to the ropes. Damn.
Will he be able to last much longer?
This match's brutality starting to show on him.
Oh.
It's expected, Cole. In a triple threat match, the target on your back is twice the size. Brief sign of adrenaline there.
Oh! Damn.
With that springboard.
Oh, that can rock you.
Take the...
And Thatcher gets stonewalled. Boom.
Nice.
Everything working against Thatcher now.
Crucial time for Thatcher to rediscover the style of offense he's known for.
Oof.
Interesting. Ah!
Belly to belly. Vicious. Oh, goodness.
Yes, one belly to belly out of the entire match. Oh yeah, gotta love the camera angle.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Yes, we're gonna have a camera angle straight from his crotch.
Gets the shoulder up.
And frustration might be starting to set in.
Setting foot in the ring now.
Straight from Donovan Dijak's crotch, we have the camera angle.
He breaks up the hold. He reverses it. The sound of this crowd is deafening.
Just in case you thought it was just the female characters that get over that get looked at wrong. You haven't even seen what we do to them in this game. There we go. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I put the guillotine chokes in my moveset. Because I can easily just toss the guys out of the ring, lock in the guillotine choke, and make them tap.
WWE in recent memory.
To win a triple threat match, you need incredible skill, instincts, or luck. Dare I say, tonight's winner showed all three in victory.
Yeah. Oh, good heavens. Oh, this is going to be... I'm going to have a bounty on my head. What is he?
Last week, you earned the opportunity to face Damian Priest for his North American Championship. However, after the match, Priest announced a $50,000 bounty for anyone who could successfully take you out. How have you been dealing with this situation?
Look, it's clear that Damian Priest knows he can't beat me. So this was the only solution he could come up with to hold on to his championship. But it's not going to work. So far, no one's even attempted to cash in on the bounty.
In the words of the Animaniacs, hello,
the rest of the NXT locker room wants no part of me. So it's been business as usual. If anyone does want to try to cash in, I'll consider it a warm-up for Priest. And if not, I'm ready either way.
Loading. This game does it every day. The My Rise is the My Rise has loading problems. It constantly happens.
We're going to see the walls come down here.
Ow.
This is out of control.
I don't like the looks of this.
I don't either, Corey. Not one bit. The backstage area is no place to settle your differences.
Bam!
Ouch.
Not like I was trying to.
Suplex.
Yeah.
Mounted palm strikes.
Brutal stomp to the body. And just getting started. Look at this brutality.
This is how you torture your opponent.
Oh my God, this is hard to watch.
The storyline seems to be long, so this may be the last story of the this may be the last storyline of the stream.
Both wrists captured.
By the way.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
To the face.
Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out.
Scissors kick.
Sucker.
Just mounted with the punches and not. Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
Right across the larynx.
And that's what I've also noticed with the AI. The AI will constantly throw you in these backstage brawls. The AI will constantly throw you because for some reason these people are too stupid to have put a reversal in for that type of stuff. You legitimately cannot reverse the Irish whip. So the AI will, knowing that you can't reverse it, will constantly throw you. And it does no damage, so it's not doing much, but it becomes annoying after a while when you know that you cannot reverse it.
My goodness.
And you're just like, okay, come on, do a move so I can start do an actual move so I can start reversing.
Oh, kicks. Oh man. Good grief.
And they'll just keep throwing you for a while, just because they know they have no, they just because they know they can.
Right foot graveyard. Hoist it up.
Boom! Feast.
Knocked his ass out. Up in the streets they call it murder. Up in these streets they call it murder.
Wait a second. Santos Escobar from behind.
Escobar's looking to cash in on Damian Priest's bounty.
This guy can't catch a break. You're looking at a well-traveled superstar who has seen a lot in the ring.
In some ways, but then in other ways, if you're looking at it from the SVR, from the old SVR games and stories, you know, it's in some ways it matches the old days, but in other ways it just comes up short.
To create one on his own terms. No mask, all results. Escobar's creating a new modern tradition, 1 win at a time.
20s was, oh my heavens, me and Beetle tried our best to make that fun. As we were trying to crack as many jokes as humanly possible, and we thought we were going to have more material to work with, honestly. And we ended up having less material to work with, but we ended up finding ways to make it fun anyway. As we had, as Beetle was dealing with on stream, his ever-shrinking giant man.
And just getting started. Look at this brutality.
And I was, and while he was, as he was playing it on Legends difficulty, while I was playing it on easy, and he didn't realize I was playing it on easy. One of the best reactions of those streams was his realization I was playing it on easy. It's like you did. I'm gonna let anybody go back and watch it for those that didn't see it. Yeah, I would definitely recommend going back and watching those 20 streams because they're fun, and at times they're fun, and yeah. Why are you getting everything so fast? And also you have me pointing out, and also in those streams you have me pointing out every plot hole known to man that the game puts out. Every plot hole, every single last plot hole, I completely tear apart. I do everything I can to make fun of the game by tearing apart every plot hole. Yep. Same here. It's like I never played these stories. Even back in the SVR days, I never played the stories on normal. I always played the stories on easy because I wanted to get through them. I wasn't looking for a challenge. I was looking for a story. I wasn't looking for a challenge. I was looking for a story. So that's how I looked at it.
And he's been concentrated in that area throughout this one. He knows every blow there weakens his opposition more.
Oh yeah, same thing. I wasn't looking to try to I wasn't looking to have the biggest challenge known to man. I was just trying to get through the showcase as fast as possible.
It's over. Brutality finally comes to an end.
Here is your winner, the Punisher, Adams Valentine.
Oh, bye. As Adam Valentine rips another person apart piece by piece. Poor King Cuerno. He got torn apart. Sounds good, mate. As I continue to kick ass. Well, the funny thing is, the only game that I really ever played on Legends difficulty was SVR 08. SVR 08 was the only game that I actually played on Legends difficulty. And that's just because SVR 08 had the very lucrative problem of amazing and lucrative problem of having of having AI that sucked ass. So just to get an AI that acted like it was on normal difficulty, you had to go to Legend. Yeah, the game was super easy to just mow through because the AI was that stupid. So anybody that says this game has a worst AI has never played SVR 08. For anybody that sits there and says this AI is stupid, obviously those people have obviously never played SVR 08 ever in their lives. Because SVR 08 was the worst. SVR 08 was the worst when it comes to AI. It is the worst. Out of all of the games, it is the worst with AI. Because the AI was that stupid that you could just do whatever the hell you wanted and not care. Even in handicap matches, and anything like that, it was the AI was so stupid that you could just easily wipe the floor with two people single-handedly and not have a problem.
He caught. Perched on the shoulders. Oh, merciless knee to the face. That's got to do it. That's got to be it. Oh, flipping the script on him.
Not like 08. Not like 08. I will always say 08 was the worst. 08 was the worst AI ever in a wrestling game, period. No 2K game, no game ever no wrestling game will ever have a worse AI. I mean, if me as a casual player has to play the game on normal, has to play the game on legendary difficulty just to get a normal challenge, then your game is bad and you should feel bad.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks. Oh, good grief. Turn your lights out. Look at these educated hands and feet. DDT to follow.
The only good thing 08 had was its
victory. This one is over.
King of the Ring. The King of the Ring was cool because you had a big ceremony and the King of the Ring was in a chair and you got a cape and a crown and a staff and you were able to pick your queen out of all of the women on the roster, even your cause.
And doing so when they
so you get and the AI and they would actually put those two together as king and queen. That's probably the only thing 08. That's pretty much the only good thing 08 had. And that animation has never returned to the games ever. That has never returned to the games. I wish it did. I wish it did though. I really wish it did because I miss it. That too. 08 had a bit of a fire roster at the time. Even though it was surrounded by a lot of things. Are you ready to continue the story? Yes, I am. I'm ready to continue the story and finish up the stream as the end of the storyline will be the end of the stream. Because I knew this was going to be one of the long ones. I knew this was going to be one of the long storylines. Oh yeah, for those young in the audience, for those young in the audience that are wondering with the in-game songs, why certain songs have some type of a skip in it. After certain words are said, there seems to be like a line there seems to be like one word missing as they hop over a word. Yeah, that's them covering up a naughty word. They have done that for these games have done that for years and years.
From the underground of New York City, Damian Priest has arrived.
And if you've never heard the song before, you will not notice it. But you will start to notice it if you played these games long enough. That you know when a song skips a little bit, it's like, oh, they're covering up something, even if you've never heard the song before.
Damian Priest's opponent has been unstoppable ever since Priest placed a bounty on his head. And I don't see that challenger slowing down tonight.
It's been mo money, mo problems for Priest, and now he has to face the monster of his own, making in a no DQ match in the NXT North American Championship.
Cole, did you just quote rap lyrics? If that's any indication of how wild tonight's gonna get, you are in.
Yeah, you get that hat. Yeah, you get that hat during the female My Rise. I actually put that on one of my calls. I put it on Alexia Droulet this year. And I will not be putting it on. I won't be putting it on Alice Pierce, by the way. For those wondering, I won't be putting it on Alice Pierce because it's a little bit too fancy for Alice Pierce. It was a little bit too fancy. With Alice Pierce's character, the hats, that version of the hat is a little bit too fancy. Yeah, the hat screams Alexia Droulet. Not the hat doesn't scream Alice Pierce. Alice Pierce is very much a standard down and gritty Southern character. Very much a normal like cowgirl like character, not instead of the fancy pants like pimp my hat like character.
Tied up between the ropes, it's about to get worse. Look at these knee strikes.
As I'm kicking Damian Priest's ass.
He's staring his opponent down.
Yes, the evil Psycho Bunny. That gimmick will return at some point down the line. I'm not saying when, and I'm not saying how, but that gimmick will return at some point. I want to keep her as the hardcore cowgirl for a bit because I want to keep her as the hardcore cowgirl for a long while. If I can help it. If I can help it, I want to keep her as the hardcore cowgirl for a long while.
And he has to start protecting himself from attacks to that area.
She'll return to the Wonderland Alice Pierce at some point. You can kind of look at that as the Wonderland Alice Pierce being a kind of like a demon Finn Balor like thing where she will pop up during big things and pop up when she's needed to be the oh shit things have just popped off type of thing. Actually, the gimmick was. I believe the gimmick was before she went to. I believe the Alice Pierce gimmick was before she went to Impact. I did the hardcore cowgirl character for Alice Pierce. I don't remember though.
And a
I do remember Alice Pierce was created around the same time as all the other characters. I believe it was around 2016, 2007, 2016, 2017. A lot of characters were made around that time. A lot of characters. So. And also, I was not watching Impact at that point. Not mainly. I was not. I think I quit by that point. But I think I saw a little bit of Hardcore Country. I think that was before the horrendous ladder match between Taylor Wilde and what's her face. Get out of here, buddy.
Punisher Adams Valentine.
A victory worthy of a new champion.
We really are looking at a new era, Cole. Soak it in.
Well, I talk about that match because that was the match that I quit watching on. That horrendous ladder match with Taylor Wilde and what's her face from the Beautiful People for the title. That was the worst match the worst ladder match I ever saw. It hurt my feelings, and it, as the saying goes, it hurt me as a fan's feelings, and I stopped watching Impact after that. And I've never went back. I have never watched an episode of Impact since. I've only saw footage of some of the worst matches Impact has had to offer. And the two matches that got minus 5 stars. The two matches that got negative 5 stars. There we go. Now I'm going to do resilience. There we go. Get that going there. So now... Oh, he's not coming to CPW. He's not coming to CPW. You cannot carry any cause out of this mode. You cannot carry any cause out of this mode. This mode is cause are exclusive for this mode. The cause that are in this mode are exclusive to this mode. As you can see, he is the. And I also made him just for shits and giggles anyway. Adams Valentine is the North American champion, which we have unlocked. The end is near as a storyline, and we have also, but this obviously this other one is a NXT World Title storyline. And we still have Shaking Up NXT and Demons and Monsters. And there it is. There's the End is Near storyline with Karrion Kross. So I will probably be doing some of these storylines. I'll be probably doing some of these missions and doing some of this stuff off camera as I am going through cause, but at the same time I am probably going to be playing my female. I'm probably going to be playing a little bit of my female character off and on too. So I have a little bit of separation between stuff. my new female character that I made just for the, just for the My Rise stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna actually start getting to work on my next call, which is, and uploading his logos, which is the American Phoenix. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the My GM stream, as I'll be streaming after Beetle. If Beetle is streaming, I'll be talking to Beetle I'll be trying to contact Beetle in the meantime and see and see what happens. If he does not stream, then I'll be streaming earlier of the My GM and stuff like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this stream. I have to get back to work on CPW. I'm gonna guess odds 20. Remember to keep a step back handy, and as always, ad Victorium. And this stream is, wait for it. This stream is done. More of these My Rise stories to come later on down the line. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.